written submissions, we gave you the benefit of doubt and took the view that you had provided the supporting documents, you only provided them late. And that's why our recommendation was just administrative action. But it emerges that the auditor still questions the accuracy, completeness, and propriety of. No, you are not the one who does these things. You are not the one who does impress management. You must call people to order. A former minister cannot sit in front of the Senate discussing bus tickets. Governor, it's making you look very bad.
Chair, I think I agree with you, and we had earlier had some very good recommendation in that I take action on some of these people, and I have already started taking action on some of these people.
But what happens to the 35 million?
Chair, as he said, some of the information that is lacking is what we need to check. Because he's saying it's partially provided, they have just partially given traveling. But as you say, this is a standard procedure in public service. If you are traveling, the invitations, whoever is doing, it's a standard thing. So, Chair, you would not even imagine that such a thing would also be an issue at this kind of table. And that's why you are saying it correctly. It should not even be a matter that, we are discussing at this level.
Because
so
you failed to account,
I'll just take action on the officers.
It is recovered. Because that's where I want us to go to. If you fail, if someone is given money to travel and they cannot provide the documents, there is a recovery through the payroll, isn't it? Has that action been taken?
Chair, as I said, when I thought that this document has adequately, the answer has adequately, the documents have been provided. And as you look at it, because of the bulkiness of the file, we were only having annexes. And we said, have you provided all this? And if you get an answer, yes, Chair, sometimes you may not start auditing, just like you are saying here, to say, is this attendance list there? But as you say, an officer concerned should have done that. So allow me, Chair, to take some action on some
Honorable
of these
members,
officers.
Governor says makosa imefanyika, but that is not sufficient to deal with the 35 million of an account.
I wonder, Governor, we usually attend the entry and exit meetings.
But if the imprints were clear, it means the documents are there, but they are not provided to the auditor. And now the question that begs is why? The imprints have been cleared, but these documents are there because the imprints were cleared, but they're not provided. Maybe we really need explanation.
Yes, proceed. I believe you're the one defined in PFM as a custodian of financial records.
Yes, Chair.
So you take responsibility on this matter.
Yes, Chair. I just wanted to clarify that the first query was about the unsupported payment. And if you look at the list that was provided, mostly these were payment relating to domestic travel, but paid to suppliers. And then interest are paid to individual staff members. So there are two different, actually, matters.
So when you travel, you're not given an interest. You're given an interest, then when you bring the documents, that interest is claimed. The claim is done, and it's cleared.
For interest, you're given money in advance, and then when you come back, you surrender the
documents. And so I'm saying,
yes,
when you came back from the travel, you gave the documents. That's why the interest was cleared.
Yes.
So where are the documents? Why weren't they provided during the time of audit?
That's what I'm saying.
If you provided them later on.
Yes, they were provided, but later.
Yeah, why? There is need for justification.
Yes.
The law talks about justification. Why did you provide them? Where are they?
Chair, it's just that this document, when they are surrendered, they are first surrendered to the specific accounting officers for the departments. And then for the purpose of consolidating the report, they are normally forwarded to Treasury. And that's where the challenge we've been having. Other departments you'd find, probably out of 100, they have supported 80% of their interest, 20 are still pending. But when you consolidate them now, it's now Treasury that takes the responsibility of ensuring that what has not been surrendered is actually provided for.
You have a fairly siloed structure. which is not working very well for you from that explanation. But it's up to you to ensure you have a staff establishment that is designed for efficiency.
Just one thing, Chair. Are you recovering the interest with interest?
For interest, if you look at the record that were provided, they had actually been surrendered in good time.
On time?
Yes, it's only that.
But you have an outstanding 1 million plus.
It's only that now providing those supporting documents to the auditor is what was.
No. If there is a delay, you must recover interest with interest at 3%, and that is the law. So if you are not doing that, somebody will come for your head.
Okay, that is so clear in the PFM that you don't need a reminder. But you are the one who, if you are to send EACC after somebody, it will be after you.
Chair.
Senator Wambua?
Governor, let me try to help. Maybe I seem to, I don't know. Chief Officer. So, you returned, you surrendered, assuming that it's you who've traveled, you surrendered the stamped passport. Exit and entry back, right? And the dates are okay. You surrendered the boarding passes, right? Now, what the auditor is asking is, if those documents for the impress were surrendered, these are the documents that you must have had before your passport was stamped and before you returned the boarding passes, invitation letters, attendance list, the people that went. I mean, and the question is, why would you give those documents to the auditor late? Why would be, what would be the problem of you giving the documents at the time of audit so that we don't have this audit issue here? What's the problem?
Through the chair, I think if you look at specific cases that the auditors identified, there are some that will be able to provide invitation letter to show that we were invited, but will not be able to provide the attendance register.
Point of order. You said you are certified by ISPAC. Did you see management letter from the OAG? These things are captured, Bana. Why are you telling us stories of Jaba?
Honorable members.
It is captured.
We,
Why are you misleading?
Governor, I had looked forward to coming to Busia to discuss issues around fiscal responsibility, the challenges, policy and statutory interventions that Senate can put in, not bookkeeping issues.
Agreed.
So we have only 1 hour to go. These bookkeeping issues, if your bookkeepers are not doing the right thing, they refund the money. If they can't refund the money, let EACC run after them. If you can't fire them, then we will send the right bodies to help with that. Because we can't come all the way from Nairobi, Excellency Governor, to discuss attendance schedules. Surely.
Chair, if you allow me, agreed with what you have said, and even the comment you said about silos, because I had made an administrative directive that no officer should travel without permission from their supervisors, and even those other ones directly from the county secretary. And the whole idea was just exactly what you are saying. What is it? Where are you going? Are you representing us? Where is the reports? So that administrative directive I had already given, and as you are saying, we shouldn't be doing these kind of things that we are doing here. So I gave that directive, and I will even be going further myself to look that if there's any officer that is doing these kind of things, because that's what we were trying to cure. Don't just leave the station or get some permission or get some invitation and you leave without us knowing. And I think everybody got that letter, if I'm not mistaken. So that we should not end up with this kind of thing, Chair.
Now, fast forward, issue number 3, 8.3 million, again, unsupported expenditure on hospitality, supplies and services. Auditor General, are you satisfied with this matter?
Honorable Chair, equally, this one is partially supported. One, Honorable Chair, one query was on failure now to match now the particulars of local service orders with attendance registers. Number two, opening and evaluation minutes were not provided. What the management has provided are the work plans and budgets, but how the services were procured in terms of tender opening and evaluation minutes, and explanation on the differences between attendance list and LSOs have not been provided or explained.
Governor, you're a pharmacist. What's your prescription here?
I've already taken some action, as you had even recommended, and even before that. I think the other thing now is maybe even just to go further, because I thought they had already provided everything.
Members, am I the only one who's struggling because I need to keep reminding myself that this is a Senate. This is a sitting of the Senate. And yet the conversation we are having is not conversation fit for the Senate.
It is even being made worse by the fact that somebody has arranged to blow the smell of ugali into the room. At this